Support for this podcast comes from listeners and St. Alphonsus Health System, a regional network of hospitals, clinics, and care providers. St. Alphonsus offers comprehensive healthcare services to individuals and families throughout the community. More information about services and locations is available at stalphonsus.org.
Last school year, the counselor at Maxine Johnson Elementary held a weekly mental health group to help fourth grade girls. The boys in the grade took notice and asked,
"Why is there no fourth grade boys group?"
They reminded her,
"You know, boys have problems too."
I'm Jackson Holmes. How boys in Parma are overcoming stigmas to take mental health into their own hands. Listen now on BoiseStatePublicRadio.org.
From Boise State Public Radio, this is The Connector. It's Idaho's Daily News. Good morning. I'm George Prentice. This morning, we preview Boise State's final game of the season. It's its final game in the Mountain West Conference. Plus, we'll tell you how all of this dry weather is impacting this year's crop of Christmas trees. My goodness. It is Friday, the 12th of December. Here we go with today's stories. The U.S. Senate yesterday declined to renew Obamacare insurance subsidies. Among other proposals, it rejected a plan from Idaho Senator Mike Crapo. Crapo's proposal would have given people enrolled in the cheapest and riskiest insurance plans $1,000 a year in a health savings account.
We can change the incentives that Obamacare gives insurers to drive premiums higher and put our confidence in Americans to make the best decisions about their own health care.
In 2025, the average person received about $500 per month in federal health subsidies. Both Crapo's bill and Democratic lawmakers' proposals failed to reach the 60-vote threshold for consideration. Open enrollment in the insurance marketplace closes this coming Monday, December 15th. Friends and family are mourning the loss of a very familiar name in Idaho business and governance, but above all, a pretty big name in how a lot of us have driven over the years. Frank Bruneel has died. He was 90. Of course, he was the founder of Bruneel Tire, first opening in Lewiston and then franchises stretching across the region for years. The family sold the business in 2024. Frank Bruneel was involved in his local school board and planning and zoning commission, and then he was elected to the Idaho House. He even served as House Majority Leader for 4 years. He moved from Lewiston to McCall, most recently to Eagle. He is survived by a large family. He had 46 grandchildren. The funeral for Frank Bruneel is scheduled for December 22nd. Boise State football plays its final game of the season tomorrow. They face the University of Washington in the LA Bowl. But Boise State is not the only Idaho team still in the postseason. Troy Oppie previews two big games.
Boise State is a two-score underdog against Washington. The Huskies have a handful of notable playmakers on offense. Bronco coach Spencer Danielson called them difficult matchups, describing some as, quote, NFL dudes. But Boise State is also riding high off its win in the Mountain West Championship game and the return from injury of quarterback Maddox Madsen. Broncos are 1-3 in their last 4 bowl appearances. That includes a loss in the LA Bowl 2 years ago during Danielson's first game as permanent head coach. Both teams have noted the trip to LA is home for many players and an important recruiting area. But Saturday's bucked-up LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, that's the official title, will be the last. Sports website On3 reports the LA Bowl is ending after 5 seasons. Kickoff at 6 p.m. Saturday. The telecast is on ABC. Meanwhile, in Florida, the College of Idaho faces Kaiser University in the NAIA National Semifinals. Kaiser has one of the best offenses in the NAIA. C of I has a top defense, and that's the matchup to watch. It's also a rematch of the 2023 semifinals, which Kaiser won by a touchdown. Kickoff from West Palm Beach, Florida at 11 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. The game is streamed at naia.org. Troy Oppie, Boise State Public Radio News.
It is unseasonably warm and dry, and our conditions, not just this fall, but this past summer as well, have been impacting a number of our crops. One in particular is something we count on this time of year: Christmas trees. Here's Lauren Patterson.
Oregon and Washington are 2 of the top producing states for Christmas trees. But climate change is affecting the industry. Gary Chastagner is retired, but as a plant pathologist, he studied Christmas trees for 47 years.
Very few growers irrigate trees. So seedling survival has been a big issue.
Chastagner is growing some Eastern European trees to see if they do better here in the Northwest. Results from the latest trials are expected next fall. I'm Lauren Patterson.
One of the region's great holiday traditions is set for tomorrow. It's Boise Bicycle Project's annual Dream Bike Giveaway. Kids who otherwise wouldn't even have the opportunity to get a new bike have been dreaming. MBBP has asked those kids to grab some crayons and markers to draw what would be their dream of a bike. So the team at Boise Bicycle Project has been busy trying to make those dreams a reality. Tomorrow, hundreds of bikes will be given to those kids in downtown Boise. It'll all start happening about 11 a.m. at Boise Bicycle Project headquarters in Boise's Lusk District. And that is today's episode of The Connector. I'm George Prentice. We'll see you back here come Monday. You can stay in touch with the news anytime on our website, boisestatepublicradio.org. But for now, from me to you, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to The Connector. You know, we would love to hear from you. What do you like about this show? Has it become part of your morning routine? How are you using it? Are you sharing it with friends? Leave us a voicemail using the Boise State Public Radio mobile app and tell us what you think about The Connector.